Well, welcome back, everybody. I got 2:26 on my clock. So, I hope you guys have had a great opportunity to listen to some of the presenters today, and had a great chance to learn from them and interact and ask questions and share your stories. Um, Part of the self-advocacy solutions um, statewide self-advocacy coalition program is that we offered scholarships to self-advocacy groups in Arizona. These scholarships were designed to help create new self-advocacy groups or strengthen currently existing self-advocacy groups. And we had some great applications, some great groups apply, and we've asked them to join us today to introduce themselves and let us know who they are, where are they located, who are their target members, what are they working on, and most importantly, how you can get in contact with them. So with that, I will now start off with our first group, the Youth Action Council of Arizona. And that will be presented by Kelvin Cook, Krista Howard, um, Jessica Jaramillo, and Mandy Tweed. So let me pull up their presentation.
George,
Okay, Kelvin.
Oh, sorry. I could check with Krista again, but she said her head hurts, so she may not be able to do the presentation, but I'll check with her and I'll let you know.
Yes, thank you, Jessica, because I checked with her as well, and she told me that she would be okay.
Actually,
Perfect.
it says that
Hi,
she's on mute.
Krista. Okay, awesome.
Great.
Never mind.
Great.
Okay, Kelvin, go ahead.
I'm not seeing the presentation yet, G.
No. Can you guys see the presentation?
No, I can't.
It's still on the agenda.
You have to stop sharing that screen and then reshare the right screen.
You must really love the agenda.
Oh. Geez, okay. Technology.
Saturday.
Okay, how about now?
Yes. Yes. So as George mentioned, we are the Youth Action Council of Arizona, also known as Aac. My name is Calvin Cook. I am the president of Aac. I've been the president for a few years now. And yeah, our mission statement is to encourage the empowerment of youth with and without disabilities in an all-inclusive environment through education and community involvement in all aspects of change and advocacy. We are serving youth from about 14 up. We don't really have a cap on the individuals we are serving. But yeah, that's our focus right now. Next slide, please.
And I'm sorry, just for those who need it, are you able to do the closed captioning also? I want to make sure everyone's included.
The captioning is live.
Perfect. Sorry.
Yes, thank you both. Yes, so, yeah, Jazz is based in Phoenix, Arizona. And our meetings are held in the Phoenix area. When we do meet in person, but with everything that's happening, with the pandemic and all, we've been meeting online, and our meetings are open to anyone who is interested in self-advocacy. And I think from here, I'm gonna pass it on to Jessica. Or was I?
Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm a member of the Youth Action Council of Arizona. Here's a little bit about how we meet. So the Youth Action Council meets online the first and third Saturdays of the month via GoToMeeting, which is an app you can download either on your phone or your computer. We will meet in Phoenix once the pandemic is over. So we'll meet in Phoenix once a month, and then we'll have meetings online as well. Just due to the pandemic, we are trying to, again, make this more inclusive for everybody in Arizona and in other states. And so that's kind of what we do and where we meet. And we meet from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Arizona time. Everyone with and without disabilities are welcome to be part of the Youth Action Council of Arizona. We welcome anybody, regardless of your walk of life. Everybody is included. Anybody with a disability or without a disability is welcome to be a part of this. We're fully inclusive, and all they need to do is have a willingness to learn about the issues that affect individuals with disabilities and a desire to become a leader within the community. We are truly trying to build inclusive communities while also being a self-advocacy organization, and like our mission statement says, advocating for change in positive ways. So Mandy is on the phone with me, and I'm sharing my computer, and she's going to be, I'm using my phone so she could see the presentation. So it's her turn. So go ahead, Mandy.
Training, conference presentations, movies, dinners, and museums. I'm in a wheelchair with the silver star next to me. That's my helper dog.
The goal of our self-advocacy group is to build a community of people with disability and allies. We will reach our goals by hosting outdoor park activities and having cookouts and going bowling. We will also attend community events. Our self-advocacy group also plans to change our name and logo to be more inclusive.
Yes, so thank you all for your time and for allowing us to share with you a little bit about our group. And I want to thank each of our members, and I want to thank George for helping us with the slides. If you're interested, here is a way to get in contact with us. As I mentioned before, I'm the president of Aac. My name is Calvin Cook. Here is my phone number, 623-792-0776. And also, here is my email, ccook13@asu.edu. And I think I just saw that Jeff put our website and Facebook in the chat. So please get a hold of us if you would like to come to one of our meetings and be involved. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much, Yakaz.
And one thing I didn't mention is it's completely free. So there's no payment or anything that anybody has to worry about.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I think our next presenter will be the Arizona Youth Leadership Initiatives Alumni Association, and that's going to be Melly Santora.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melly Santora, and I'm the visionary founder of Diversibility Incorporated, and we are the folks that hold the Arizona Youth Leadership Initiatives, but I'm not presenting today. So I'm going to ask Isaac and Harrison to get their cameras and stuff on so we can see them, and they will be our presenters. So I see Harrison Verma there and Isaac Zwinger Nathanson. I hope I'll see you in a moment. So there they are. All right, so I will share my screen and then you can take it away.
I'll let Isaac go first since he's the more senior member of the organization.
Oh, Lord. So I'm Isaac Zwinger Nathanson. I, again, am a senior at the University of Arizona studying psychology and minoring in nutrition and food systems. I am currently the chair of the Alumni Executive Committee, and I serve on the board of directors for Diversibility Incorporated.
Hi, I'm Harrison. I'm also a student studying business management at the moment. My disability is autism spectrum disorder, and I am currently parliamentarian of the Alumni Executive Committee, although soon to be chair.
Yep, he added me. All right, so Diversibility Incorporated. Diversibility Incorporated. Diversibility Incorporated. This is our address, PO Box 460 316, Phoenix, Arizona. 85063, and then our number is 602-425-5135. And our email is admin@diversibilityincorporated.org, all one word. And in the middle of our screen toward the left is a star with the Arizona star with the rays of a sunset, yellow and red alternating. And in the text, we have Arizona Youth Leadership Initiatives Alumni Association.
We ready for next slide?
Yes, please. Sorry.
Okay, thanks. Sorry.
Harrison.
So the Arizona Youth Leaderships Initiative they're a combination of peer-based training, navigation, and support services provided throughout Arizona by and for youth who have disabilities and other diversities. AZYLI is comprised of three major opportunities, which are Arizona Youth Leadership Forum, usually shortened to AZYLF, Arizona Youth Engagement Academy, usually shortened to AZYEA, and Arizona Youth Leadership Initiatives Alumni Association, which is usually shortened to AZYLI AA or just AZYLI Alumni. In 2022, Diversibility Incorporated will launch Arizona Youth
You want to
Workshop.
read the
Oh
the,
yeah, the graph there.
the circles?
Yeah. So we've got a little diagram here that sort of explains the system that we operate through. In the center, we've got a diverse group of trained youth, such as myself, Isaac, and others, who have gone through a variety of trainings to better advocate for ourselves and be able to teach and support and mentor others in the same process. And all around it, we have our other principles, such as putting person-centered practices at the core, celebrating diversity and promoting cultural competence, valuing self-determination and lived experience, maximizing the strengths, talents, gifts, interests, and wisdom of youth, achieving self and systems advocacy, creating, embracing, and infusing best and promising practices. And in addition to all this, we're also, with Diversibility Incorporated, launching the Arizona Youth Workforce Institute, which will be shortened to AZYWI, to prepare youth who have disabilities and other diversities for success in the workplace. Isaac, do you have anything to add?
If you're saying something, Isaac, we can't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now? Sorry about that.
Yes.
This is a different mic. Arizona Youth Leadership Initiative, AZYLI Alumni Association, AZYLI-AA, has been active since 2015 and receives administrative support from Diversibility Incorporated. It is a member organization for alumni of Arizona Youth Leadership Initiatives. AAEC currently meets monthly
with BD Planning Council
and virtually.
in the Division of Developmental Disabilities.
Can anyone who has their microphone on, please turn it off? Thank you.
AZYLI are cross-disability opportunities, which honors and celebrates diversity. Once a person graduates and becomes an AZYLI alum, they are eligible to join the Arizona AZYLI-AA, and are welcome to participate for as long as they wish. So I forgot to mention, I am a graduate of Arizona Youth Leadership Forum of 2017. I then served on the executive committee for a year as a leadership team member. And then I became treasurer for a year. Then I was co-chair for a year, and I've been chair for 2 years now. So this week actually will be my last week as chair. Harrison, do you have anything to add?
No, I think you summarized it quite well. I'll just add as well, I'm from 2018, so pretty close there, but you know.
Yes, and so I would say that we do celebrate diversity quite a bit, and we love to we encourage that, because we feel that having diversity is important, not just in representational aspect, but also just because you can learn so much about different parts of other people's lives and you're doing so by just being inclusive, and it allows for a more productive and more efficient way of representing everyone. And I think that, from my experience, I've done disability rights stuff since I was, I don't know, 13, 14, and I started just with the blindness community. And once I started doing stuff with Azyli and Diversibility Incorporated, I really opened my mind to other disabilities and the struggles that people have who have different disabilities have to face with. And it's allowed me to be a better advocate to help those individuals and belonging to those communities. And it's not just disability either. It's other communities like the LGBTQAI and the Black and Brown communities. So I just wanted to add that.
That's right. And for myself as well, being a person who has autism, initially I didn't really consider myself a part of the disability community. Of course, the stereotype is there's someone who is very visibly in a wheelchair or some situation similar to that. But I realized through this process that there are a lot of parallels between my experiences and theirs, even if they're not identical. And being able to learn through that was very beneficial. So on to the next slide, we've got Azyli Alumni Association strives to provide ongoing connection opportunities for Azyli alumni and is under the governance of an elected executive committee, AAAEC, which that's what we were mentioning at the beginning. Aac mentioned he's the chair and I'm the soon-to-be chair. The AAAEC structure emulates a nonprofit board of directors and organizes activities and events open to all Azyli alumni. These events include social gatherings, educational outreach opportunities, and service projects. And this can range from sort of more social get-togethers. I know one that we've done in the past is the Winter Haven down here in Tucson. All the lights and everything. We just go for a nice walk around. But there are also other things such as community awareness and outreach, as it mentions. Aac, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, so we've done, and we do them in different parts of Arizona, or we try to at least. We've done a lot. We do a lot of our stuff in Phoenix because that is a kind of a center point for everyone, and it is kind of where everyone is located. But we have done things in Yuma and in Tucson, and as we continue to get more youth in up north, we're hoping to expand our outreach as well as our social gatherings in up north as well.
That's right, and of course, as well, I should add that the members of the Alumni Association are from all parts of Arizona. I think we've got, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Aac, I think you know better than me, but I think we've got at least one member from every county. Is that right?
On the executive committee?
Not on the executive committee, just in the Alumni Association. Although
Yeah,
we do have a variety in that.
Yeah, I believe that is correct, but I'm also unfamiliar.
It's 14 out of 15.
Okay, so
well, still, that's not too bad for Arizona, I think. All right, Aac, take it away.
Arizona youth leaders serve on many committees, councils, task force, work groups, and boards, and provide trainings on the local, state, regional, and national levels. Arizona youth leaders have completed peer-based education projects in half of the Arizona counties. Arizona youth leaders have contributed to the research, development, and delivery of a variety of curricula addressing transition to adulthood, disability, history and culture, self-determination, self-advocacy, person-centered person-centeredness, and pre-employment skills attainment and enhancement.
Arizona youth leaders have mentored 8 states to develop programming based on our peer-based, person-centered youth engagement, leadership, and capacity building model. 2 Arizona youth leaders have also been honored for their Indigenous outreach efforts. And 2 Arizona youth leaders have been recognized nationally for their advocacy efforts, which, it's really something to be able to be part of this community and see that recognition from, a group of friends, essentially, and by some perspectives to national recognition. It's really quite humbling, I think.
Most definitely. All right. In conjunction with the Self-Advocacy Solutions Scholarship, members of Arizona Youth Leadership Initiatives Alumni Executive received training on deaf culture and learned some basic American Sign Language to ensure that our activities and events are as accessible and equitable as possible for our fellow alum who have hearing disabilities. This direction was chosen after one of our executive committee members practiced self-advocacy by requesting this as a priority and noting that it would be helpful for that person as well as others.
And then we've got the contact information again. I'll just read it out briefly. So this is run through Diversibility Incorporated. The PO box is 46316 in Phoenix, Arizona 85063. Phone number 602-425-5135. And to email, you can send an email to admin@diversibilityincorporated.org. Which the diversibilityincorporated.org, that's also the website. Isaac, do you have any closing thoughts?
I think that this has been an incredible experience, and I think that it's really important that we get youth out there and we allow them to showcase themselves with whatever skills that they have. Just because youth with disabilities want to be out, want to be productive, and I think it's important that we really capitalize on that, because I think it's time. Times have changed, and I think it's we should be making more progress to getting those youth out there. And so I think that this organization has done a fabulous job, and I am so incredibly happy to be a part of it.
Yes, and I think that's really what's at the heart of this whole program, for lack of a better word, is it's not simply a workshop to teach you specific skills. It's a set of experiences to help you figure out how you can develop yourself and get yourself further in the world.
We have about 5 minutes. I'm wanting to see if we have time to or not time, but if we have any questions that anyone has about our organization or our initiatives.
I'm not seeing any questions, but thank you so much for your presentation. And they can definitely email you and contact you guys. if they want to join your organization.
Thank you, and of course, thank you as well to Claire. I see that there's a message in the chat from her. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
And of course, thank you to Melly for
Awesome.
the opportunity.
Guys were great. Okay, our next group is going to be People First of Arizona. And I believe that's going to be with Teresa. Teresa Moore.
Let me just pull that up just one moment. Sure if it's doing right. Does that look right on your screen?
I see it, Teresa. I can't read it though, so you're gonna have to help.
All right, no problem. I have one of the boxes up from the room. If I hit X, will it mess anything up?
What do you say?
I see I have on my screen breakout rooms, able accounts, and a list of names. If I X that, will anything happen to them?
Yeah, you can
And
go
it
ahead and
has-
close that. That's fine.
Okay, I was afraid to lose anybody.
No, we're all together now, so all good.
Okay, all right. So, trying to figure out how to make this little so I can see better. Okay. So we have many of our board members here. So please, you guys, if I missed something or Monica's missed something, please let us know. The really funny thing is that I couldn't tell that our logo was fuzzy until I blew it up really big just now. So that's one of the things that we're going to be improving with the dollars that we are going to get to improve our group. Our logo is 25 years old, so it's time to get it redigitized or something. But it is we picked 25 years ago an orange background with the number 1, and it says People First of Arizona. And inside the 1, there are faces of different people drawn in there. And we just wanted to show the diversity and that it's a community. Huh? Did somebody say something?
This is what is to be expected.
Uh-oh, I'm not able to hear.
I think somebody needs to mute their
If you
phone.
have your microphone on, can you please turn it off?
Oh, I thought they were trying to talk to me. I couldn't hear them very well. So, but here are all the questions that we're going to try to answer today. I know I forgot a lot because we've been around for such a long time, but this is more of a current spotlight of what we're doing. And the different questions we're going to try to answer is our mission statement, our location of the advocacy group, our target population, how does the group meet and how often, the goals and objectives of the self-advocacy group, and our contact information. So it's just a summary of what we do. And get it to work here. Oops. Okay. Monica, can you see that one?
And no, you're gonna have to read
I'm
it. I
sorry.
can't be on the computer and the phone. It won't let me.
Okay. All right.
So you're gonna have to read them.
So one of the things that we did, this was created the very first year, and it has always worked for us. Our mission statement is that we are a self-advocacy and human rights group run by people with disabilities for people with disabilities. And we offer experience through participation. Everyone, when we first started, said, we don't get the opportunities that others get. Do you want to add anything to that, Monica?
No, I think, we get, it helps us get opportunity, and, also we are human rights. And
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in just a second. What some
okay,
of
I'm
those
sorry.
have
I'm
been.
trying to remember what we talked about last night. Sorry, I don't take notes.
Yeah.
So
That's okay. So the location of the group is most of our members are in Phoenix and the smaller cities close to Phoenix. We have met for many years by teleconference services, but we do have members in Tucson, and they had a group, but the group is now meeting with us 2 times a month instead of having their meetings there. That's something that happened to some of the self-advocacy groups across the country when the pandemic hit. If they weren't connected by technology, some of the groups struggled. So we're trying to figure that out, and I'll talk about that in a second. The goals and objectives of the self-advocacy group. Is Katie on, or any of the other members that would like to read this one?
I'm on.
Okay. Would you like to read it?
My name is Katie Griffith, and I'm the Vice President of People First. Some of our goals and objectives of the self-advocacy group are: we have officers that meet with different groups to work on issues, and we build projects for people to experience.
Oopsie, typo. Sorry about that.
Some of our projects is the Arizona Go Voter Project, where we do trainings about voting and people with disabilities. We partner with the Arizona Center of Disability Law. And then we work with election officials, poll workers, voters, and we try to make future voters with our training.
Did you want to add anything?
no.
Okay. Yeah, John said, don't forget that we go to the schools when they ask us. So I've made sure I put that down. Would anybody like to read this one, or would you like me to go ahead, Monica?
Go ahead.
Okay. Another project that we're working on is to make information in plain language for practice, and hoping these skills will help the self-advocates to be hired in future projects. So they're learning the skills of modifying information to make it as user-friendly as possible without losing the respect of treating people, with disabilities like they're not smart enough to figure it out. So we want a combination of what is called plain language and easy read. We believe that the combination of the two techniques, using of graphics when possible, or pictures, in combination with words and things that are written at a reading level that most Americans are comfortable with, because we feel that we're educating the family members, the guardians, and supporters of the self-advocacy movement at the same time as we are teaching all of the self-advocates, because they're all in the room with us. And so that was really important that we start teaching the basics of how we wanted to have information interpreted, and to not water it down, but strengthen it with information and tell people what things mean and why it's important. And the user information is to protect the rights of people who are at risk of abuse. This partnership is with has been with the DD Planning Council and the Division of Developmental Disabilities.
I don't know for you all. No. The thing have in
John says, I know I am like the same as anybody out there. Did I get that correct?
I'm the head was and
I just need some help with walking and talking.
that all.
Yes, and I did forget to mention that we have presented many times with the abuse prevention groups in Arizona to make sure that the workers that are in those positions, assisting people, the counselors and others who might be working with individuals with developmental disabilities, cognitive disabilities, intellectual disabilities, have an understanding of we are very smart. We just need a little bit of time to understand what it is you're trying to tell us. So let me hit the next one. The target population of the self-advocacy group. Did you want to do that one or did you want me to just go ahead? You want me to go ahead, Monica?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what we have is that we are experts in the area of self-advocacy skills for people who have intellectual, cognitive, and developmental disabilities, but no one is turned away. We do not ask for your disability card at the door. That was one of our members said that. Do you have your disability card? Oh, forget it. We don't ask for that. And that made everyone just relax. So that's been one of those sayings we've carried with us. You do not have to carry your disability card with you. And you share when you want to, any of that personal information. And we want everyone to feel welcome. So even though we have expertise in certain areas, it does not mean that others have not enjoyed being part of our group. In fact, we find that many of the other groups who want to learn self-advocacy skills and things like that, who may have be transitioning through an injury or traumatic brain injury, find learning these basic skills very helpful because they feel like they've lost themselves. And so they come to us and ask us for help often. John asked if he can say something.
Yeah.
I know this is not the time. He knows it's not the right time, but he just celebrated his 21st year at working at Target on Monday. Tuesday. Excuse me. Everything else was okay though? Remember the
Yeah.
date? So, yeah, so we celebrate all of those occasions with our members. This is all about our meetings and how often we meet. Like many of the groups, we're meeting 100% virtual or by phone. We meet 2 times a month. Lately, it's been a lot more because of those extra projects. But our scheduled meetings for others to join is the 4th Saturday of the month, and that's considered our planning meeting. And that's from 12:30 to 2:30. The next one will be October 23rd, if I got my days right. And the link is always the same. Because of the pandemic, we purchased our own Zoom, and everybody has been learning how to use that and get comfortable with that and start meetings and such. And then the second Thursday of each month, we have what is called a topic meeting. And each of those times sometimes we have guest speakers and others come in. Sometimes we are working on projects, some of our members, and they will come in and ask if they can present their project to us so that people know about it. So we get all kinds of requests to participate in helping groups go over some of their trainings and projects before they maybe take them on the road, as they say, so that we can help them tweak any of that, or what questions should they, ask and how should they ask them. Sometimes people are not sure how to ask for sensitive information. And some of the topics that we've had in the past is when people were preparing to vote in 2020, they wanted to have good information about voting and what was going on with the pandemic. They also wanted separate meetings about COVID-19, and we had that. And then we had plain language training, and then we used it to work with the division and other groups. So the planning meetings is when the committee picks the topics. They're picked by different groups and by the requests that we get through our email. Requests for feedback to groups and projects around the country. So sometimes we're working local in Arizona, and sometimes we're working national, like some of the other self-advocates have talked about, which is incredible. And how you reach us, Katie, you want to tell them about this?
How you reach us is join our Facebook group, which is People First of Arizona. You can contact us anytime, and our email is peoplefirstofaz@gmail.com. And I also left my email as vice president in the chat. And then I just wanted to mention that we also have elections for actual people with disabilities to serve on our board for our groups. And we also have statewide advisors who help support self-advocates as well in the meetings.
Thank you, Katie. Would you like to add anything else, Monica?
No, I'm just, I'm the fact is that I'm the president.
She's the current president, and we have our elections in January.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And John would like everyone to know that he is the treasurer because he's the best with the money.
Yeah.
So, are there any questions, George? I think that's the last one.
I do not see any questions. Thank you so much for that presentation. and they can contact you if they want to join. It looks like we might be having a bit of a technical difficulty with our next presenter. So I know that you're a little ahead of schedule, but Megan Momeyer, would you be interested in are you on here? Would
I
you be
am.
interested?
Hi, George.
Would you be interested in presenting a little bit ahead of schedule while we try to
Sure, no
figure out what's
problem.
going on? All right. Well, our next group will be then from the from Northern Arizona University, and they are a new self-advocacy group that's being developed. So take it away.
Great. Thanks, George. So let's see here. Oop. Am I sharing my screen?
It's trying to.
Let's try again.
Hey. You only see part of it. It says,
Really? That's weird.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's too big.
I have had that issue before, and the person just needs to move the little double line in the middle, but now it's fine. It looks like it's going correct now.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Megan Momeyer. I'm a speech language pathologist at Northern Arizona University, and I'm here to share about the recent group that George mentioned. We just received funding recently for the AAC users self-advocacy group. So we're very excited to be here. I am a co-facilitator of the group, and I have two colleagues who are not here who are also co-facilitating, Nicole Anderson and Dr. Mary Harmon. And we are, as I said, just getting started. And we are currently going through what is called Institutional Research Board at NAU. So once we get through that, then we can start the group and get it going. So we're really excited for that. So what is AAC? I'm going to use that a lot. AAC is Augmentative and Alternative Communication Systems. And AAC is used by people who can need help with, or sometimes need help with speaking. And there can be aided and unaided ways to use AAC. And pictured on this slide are some aided high-tech speech generating communication systems. So the people in this group are people who use AAC. And who we are, who's forming the group, NAU, Northern Arizona University. We're located in Flagstaff, Arizona. That's where the group meetings will be held, or online. So we will try a hybrid approach. And there's two groups that are collaborating to help with the group. There's the Institute for Human Development. That's where I work in the AAC Evaluation and Training Program. And then we also are collaborating with the Communication Sciences and Disorders Department. And that is the department that provides training for students in speech therapy and speech language pathology. So we're partnering together to create the group. I've included the mission statement for the Institute for Human Development. And you'll notice I'm going to pull up the mission statement for the group, the proposed mission statement for the group next. And there are some similarities, some things that are the same. The mission of IHD is to promote full inclusion by advancing attitudes that value persons with disabilities and enhance access to all aspects of the human experience. So the group's working mission statement is to empower AAC users to self-advocate for access to all aspects of the human experience. There's that same wording, by creating a supportive environment for AAC users to develop and practice their self-advocacy skills. So this group, the goal is going to be to work with AAC users to help them develop and practice using skills to self-advocate. There will be two subgroups. One will be for school-aged students, and then the other one will be for adults. And our hope is that in the future, if the group keeps going, some of our school-age students might become part of the adult group. There are a lot of people that are going to be involved in the new group. Of course, there's the AAC users, and they're going to be people in Northern Arizona. Their families and their caregivers can join too. We will also have peer mentors for the AAC users. So the adult group will have a peer mentor and the school age group will have a peer mentor, and that will be somebody who doesn't use AAC that will learn about self-advocacy too. We'll also be involving graduate students at NAU. So this group will involve a lot of people, and one of the other groups of people that will be involved are graduate students in clinical speech language pathology, speech therapy. So they will get some practice, some clinical practice with the group, and that will help them become more knowledgeable about AAC, and also so they can teach people about becoming self-advocates when they become speech therapists. So we have a lot of people involved that are excited to get the group going. We have co-facilitators that are faculty, that's a professor, and then staff, that's me, and another staff member going to be co-facilitating the group. I wanted to let you all know that October is AAC Awareness Month, and that means there is a picture on the screen of a prompt to share a post on social media. If you use AAC, or if you know someone who uses AAC, this is a great way to advocate about and educate about AAC. And this suggests that you can post on social media about what is your favorite thing about yourself. What do you wish the world knew about AAC? And what makes your communication style unique? So if you use AAC, or if you know somebody that uses AAC, encourage them to post with the hashtag AAC Awareness Month. And that will be for the whole month of October. Here's my contact information. If you know anybody in Northern Arizona who's interested in joining the group, they can reach out and we'll send more information when we have it. And I'm open to any questions.
I think you do have a comment by Krista.
Oh, great.
And she says that I need to join. I am an AAC user and she provided her email address.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Krista. We will take that down and I will reach out to you. That's great. Well, thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing what you guys do. I don't think we've had Michelle yet, so Ryla, I'm sorry. Pilar,
Yes.
are
Hi,
you?
Rayla.
Hi, would you? Rayla, sorry about that.
No worries, none at all. Okay. So my name is Rayla Pillar. I work at the Opportunity Tree. We are a D2D provider that is based throughout the Phoenix area. We have 4 sites. Our main site is in Phoenix. We have another site in Casa Grande, the town of Maricopa, and our 4th site, which just recently opened in Avondale. I am the program manager of DTA and employment services at the Avondale campus. And we just opened in June of this year. So you guys, all of your presentations were really beautiful. I loved them. I do not have a presentation. We just received notification just last week that we received the grant to start up a self-advocacy group out here, excuse me. And I am really, really excited to start getting it going. For people that may or may not be on the west side, the building that we moved into out here in Avondale used to be the old Avondale Community Resource Center. So it's a really large building, and it was where a lot of people used to come for WIC and SNAP and food stamps, and there was a variety of services available here. And we're really hoping to continue kind of that community aspect out of this building, especially knowing that there seems to be kind of a lack of those services out here on the west side. So we are going to be hopefully starting this up very soon. We are still very much in stage 1 of being excited that we received funding for it. And then kind of next step is kind of reaching out and seeing who's interested in starting, who's interested in joining, what the target focus is wanting to be. I'm very open to any feedback from people that are interested in joining and kind of figuring out what we all want it to look like. Since it is based in, we'll have it be based out of the building of our Avondale campus. And we provide supports to folks with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So kind of similar to People First, we will that will be kind of the focus of our group, but we're not going to turn people away. And there's certainly not going to need to be any sort of like proof or evidence of a disability in order to join. It's focused on inclusion and accessibility and figuring out how we can best support one another in this crazy world. So that is just a very beginning stage of where we're at. And if anybody happens to be on the west side or know anything about this group or kind of this area and be interested in joining, please feel free to reach out. I see that there are a couple of questions here, so I will do my best to answer these. Okay, so can people from the East Valley join? Yeah, I would assume so. Like I said, we're still very much in the beginning stages here, but I would assume that folks that are interested in joining, there's not going to be like a geographical like criteria. Can people with disabilities that don't fall under DDD join the special advocacy group, such as spina bifida? Yes, I would again, I'm hesitant to say anything totally set in stone, just because I am somebody that is invested in helping this get started up, but it's not going to be my group. It's going to be a group made of self-advocates. So I would assume yes, that would be something that would be more than accepted. because like I said before, we're not focused on excluding, we're focused on inclusion. You're in Goodyear. Wonderful. Yes, reach out to me. I will include all of my contact details in the chat. People feel free, if you're out here, Goodyear is very close. Our building is right on the edge of Avondale and Goodyear. We're right on Litchfield Road, right off the I-10. So not too far from a lot of folks, and might be a good meeting place for people to join us and kind of get to know one another here. Is the Opportunity Tree in Phoenix still hosting the Oasis group? We are not. No, that has unfortunately kind of gone away. That I do know what you're talking about. That was before my time at the Opportunity Tree, but I do know what you're referring to, but it is no longer in existence. Wonderful. You're in Peoria, fantastic. And do I live in the West Valley? I personally do not. I live in downtown Phoenix, but even from downtown Phoenix, it's only about 20 minutes away. So because we are so close to the I-10, it's a really accessible location for folks that are able to hop on a freeway. And I know that Avondale and some of the other West Valley folks around here, they do have a local public transit situation that drops off right next to our building. Teresa Moore, thank you. I will definitely take down your information. Is it near the SOAZ office in Goodyear? I do not know the exact cross streets of the Special Olympics office, but I hear that we are very close to it. So, and because we're very close to Goodyear, I would assume that we're probably within 10 or 15 minutes of that office. So I would hesitantly say yeah. I don't see any other questions, but if anybody has any questions or suggestions, I am super passionate about advocacy. I love doing this type of stuff, and I'm super excited to help facilitate this in any way possible. But I'm also very aware that this is not my group, and I don't want it to be my group. So I'm interested in hearing from self-advocates that are out here, that are in this area, that are invested in getting this going and wanting to participate in it, and being really inspired by all of these presentations and hearing everybody's mission statement and vision statements and your goals and what your groups are doing right now has been really inspiring to me. And I hope for folks that are interested in joining self-advocacy groups that this was also really inspiring for you, and that maybe you got some good ideas from it and you'll want to come and share that over here in our new group. Awesome. Yeah, Litchfield and McDowell, right down the street. Yeah, great. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and put my contact information in the chat, and if anybody has any questions or comments or concerns or thoughts, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we look forward to seeing what you guys do, and if we can help out in any way or whatever we can do, then yeah, it'd be great to start more self-advocacy groups, especially in the West Side, where it's much more difficult for people to get services and getting that advocacy groups going over there. It looks like we were not going to be able to get our final group, Michelle, and her self-advocacy group. They are known as Self-Direction, and they are a self-advocacy group out of Nogales, Arizona. So way down south by the border. I know that they often have some problems with internet connectivity, so I'm sure that maybe it'd be an issue with that. But what I am going to do is create a web page for all the self-advocacy groups with the contact information of each self-advocacy group on our website. And if you have any questions or want to know, start asking yourself, like, who was that group and what was their contact information? I will post that by this weekend up on our website on swifamilies.org. With that, I will share my screen again. Hopefully I don't mess it up too much. So again, you can visit our website, swyfamilies.org. And here you can find out more information about Self-Advocacy Solutions, the group that brought you this self-advocacy conference. Hopefully we'll be able to do this again and make this more of a yearly thing where we can bring together self-advocates and self-advocacy groups.